Graduated from kinesiology at 3.7, speaks 4 different languages. He's a family man. He's high quality people. He's got a great wife and 2 beautiful little boys. That's the first part of it. Then he's been a Division I basketball coach. He's tied to a lot of different people in a lot of different areas in recruiting, and no question, there's a reason why Charles has been so close to him through the years. There's a reason why, when you're the kind of person that him and his wife is. So, he's a great addition to our staff because he's quality people again. I want some kind of people he's want as players. You want good people first, and if I can bring something to your program after that, then you get the best of both worlds, and he can do that. Charles, not the only young man that he's associated with and knows through the years, he has a lot of ties from wherever he's been, different areas he's been, and it's a different kind of tie, and it's good. It's a good tie. But as you get to know him later on, you'll see what a quality person he is too.
I know you tell us not to count scholarships during the off season, but now that we're getting into the season, how are you able to make all the scholarships work?
Hey, listen, you got to add, you got to subtract, and you got to divide, and you make it work, Brad, and we made it work. So you're still counting.
Well, it didn't say I'm counting. I said, are you counting?
Perfect. I quit counting August. When's the first day of class? When was that? 26. First day of class, we quit counting. I told you it always works out. And again, I don't make those decisions. Young men will make decisions how it works out through things, but it worked out well for us, and the right people's on scholarship that should be on scholarship, and those don't make right decisions or not.
Tell us who's on scholarship and who's not.
It's 13 of them. That's what we're allowed. We're down to 12 now.
Right.
Is that correct? We're down to 12 now. We eliminated one of them. One of them eliminated himself, so we're down to 12. How's that, Chad? Brad? You'll figure it out later on. You figure it out. You guys are good. Y'all figure it out later on. What else? Mike?
Stop him. I know we all think the world of him.
Yeah, we haven't talked about everybody on the team. Let's, we can go down. We've been talking about those leaders a little bit. Moo's back. Moo's, again, is good people, and I think he's gotten better in the off season. Again, he needs time. He needs playing time. He needs playing experience. That's what he needs. And he wasn't able to get that last year. And you wish you could take a 4 and 2 every year where he gets some playing experience. He just needs to play and let the game slow down for him. But again, don't change who he is. He's got great work ethic, great attitude. He's going to do all the right things. New guys, Matt Horton, a JC guy. Anytime JC guys come in, they're all from a standpoint of the whole program. Just the little details, off the court. Let's be on time. Let's eat breakfast. Let's do all the things you got to do. And between the lines, there's always adjustment for them. How hard you're going to practice. Knocking that wall down. Our first day of conditioning, I asked Matt, you know what a wall is? He never knew what a wall was. Well, he found out what a wall was real quick. So understanding, how when that wall comes up, you got to knock it down. But he's got raw ability. He's raw. He can run. He can jump. He's athletic. We just got to tie all that stuff in together now through practice. We talked about the 2 injured guys, Charles and Galen. Both of them are before either one got hurt. They were really good. And again, both of those young men, what people don't know about them, you've heard me say it, but now I think Charles was a 3.92 student. I think Galen was a 3.95 student. Terrific students, almost perfect students. And again, everything in their personal lives match up. That's why it's easy for me to project kids who have character, work ethic, and talent. I can project those guys, and in particular big guys. You got to be able to recruit big guys. Sometimes it's not what they are, it's what they can be. And it's easy for me to project a Galen because all that stuff matches up at the top of the chart. He's that kind of person. And I think he's got a chance to be a tremendous player. We talk about Jeremiah. One thing we're going to miss with Jeremiah here early for sure, he was a terrific shooter. He could flat shoot that basketball, score a lot of different ways, quick, really quick, and could shoot it deep. We got Delano in here now. Delano, missed summertime, June, July. Was critical for him because he needs strength. But he did in the first 3 weeks pick up 16 pounds in 3 weeks. So as he continues to just get adjusted to everything we're doing, speed of the game, I love his feel. He's 6'8", and he has great feel. He's terrific off a ball screen. I mean, he can find that next guy off the ball screens, and he's about 6'8". So I think he has a chance. Seems to be a really good young man. 4 weeks he's been here. He hadn't missed a breakfast, a class, a study table, and all that. That's the first indication for me. You got to be able to handle that and adjust to that. Court becomes easier for him. So, but it'll be an adjustment for him. But I like his potential. I like what he can become. We talked about Jake. Jake missed most of summer. He wasn't here, and he had that surgery of that broken nose. So put him a little bit behind, but let's get him caught back up. Merrick. Yeah, Merrick. I think it's about Merrick. And I think probably you all sensed this last spring. Well, as coach, when y'all start counting scholarships, well, is Merrick coming back or not coming back? That's where a lot of y'all's thoughts were at. Well, here's what I believe about Merrick. I think he's another prime example of it. Guys who have high character and great work ethic, those guys get better. They get better. And that's what Merrick's done. We all know there's some things that still that he's got to continue to get better at. But again, he's a guy that I have a lot of respect for as a person, just because of the person he is, the work ethic he has. And I can see those things translating over into his game, his play a little bit right now. He'll be a guy that whatever role he's in, whatever it is, he can help our basketball team. And he's going to keep getting better and better because those two things I just said. We all know about his athleticism. He's got some talent athletically. He just needed for all that game to slow down and catch up. But again, character and work ethic gives you a chance to be successful when you got talent. And he's gotten better with all that. Who else?
Everybody but Carson.
Carson. Well, everybody knows Carson has to sit out, but he had surgery this summer too. He had surgery from some kind of injury he had last year, or maybe it wasn't an injury, just had some pain in his knees, so he's basically been out for 6 or 8 weeks himself. He's just now getting close. He's getting close to, he's 75–80% probably, so we'll have him at practice real soon, full speed, but again, he has to sit out, and we'll just see where he is as a player. I like everything I heard about him and saw about him as a person. He's got a lot of toughness. And the best way I compared him was probably, you watch him on film, was Justin Johnson. Same kind of athlete. He's a terrific student, former Mr. Basketball. I think he'll have great work ethic and toughness. But he'll have a year to work on those things that he needs to work on a little bit, continue to improve that perimeter game. Got to expand his game out there. And again, I think he'll be the kind of guy that'll get in that gym and work and do those things. And I think he'll have a chance to become a really good player for us soon. Who else? I won't leave nobody out now. I get them all?
All the way from 7 players on the roster.
7 eligibles last year, you're right. We just, like I said, we got to stay healthy. We got to get those last 2 back healthy. Losing Jeremiah didn't help us any. I can tell you that, because he could really shoot the basketball. We'll see where he's going to be, when he comes back, whenever that is at that point. just where he is, how far he gets behind. But I really liked what he brought to this team. Again, the ability to shoot is something special, and he could really, really, really shoot the basketball deep.
If he can't play at all this season, that'd be a redshirt scenario.
Yeah, if he can't go, again, we want to approach it right now that he will go, so he gets that recovery back, and and hopefully he can. We got October, November, December. As he get back by conference play, where's it at in conference play? Is it something that that's best for him at that time? We'll make a decision what's best for him. Talk to him and his mom and dad. But he's a young man like Tavion last year. Every time I call in, who won? Tavion, Jeremiah, Jarrett. It's consistent. And again, I put a lot of stock into that right there, because that's toughness. And when you got some ability to go with it, you got a young man that I think has a chance to become a really good player, because he's going to do all the little things off the court. He gets in that gym. He's a gym rat. He's, again, terrific student. Same way, terrific student. 3.89 student, something like that. Again, we got blessed in our that recruiting class for those 3 of those 4 freshmen, just their GPAs. I've never been involved in 3 of them. It's basically perfect almost. But there's a correlation with that. There's a correlation with that transcript and that work ethic and that character. That's probably why some of us in here transcripts wasn't as good as others. I won't even say who.
Having 3 different guys with stress fractures, what's leading to that happening?
No, really. Jeremiah, Galen's came from over in high school. They gave him a couple Advil and told him to sit out a couple weeks over there. That's basically what happened. Never x-rayed him. And it's been a long injury, and he stepped wrong in conditioning this summer, and you could see the old fracture in it. Jeremiah, it's up on his shin. Just one of those things that there's no answer for it. Wear and tear. He's been a guy that gets in the gym every morning at 5:30 a.m. for the last 4 years with his dad before he goes to school, then after school. Is that a reason? No. Could it be a reason? Maybe. But there's really no medical answer to it. He really didn't do anything here in particular. That was 2. Who's my other one?
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick has a injury that a lot of athletes have at Jonas break, fracture on the side of his foot. My boy had it. Murphy's brother had it last year. Patrick played for Belmont, started for Belmont, and got hurt. Don't have the answer to it. He hurt it in conditioning. It was hurting before conditioning. Then I think it went over the edge a little bit Tuesday or last Thursday in it. So it's one of those things. Charles was just hit the knee and twisted his knee a little bit. So hope we can get all those injuries behind us, and we don't have these injuries come November, December. Like I say, winning, losing is a fine line. Injuries are a big part of it. And we were fortunate last year. Chad, you said we had 7 guys, but we were fortunate to keep 7 guys on that court. It made me adjust how we practiced. It made me adjust to how we did a lot of things just to keep a healthy body, getting on that plane, getting ready to go somewhere, or able to play. So we'll see. At least we do have a few more numbers now. But again, you don't want to lose key people in your program with injuries.
Anything else?
Last one. Anybody got last?